Hello and welcome to my second video. I am super excited about this. So this is obviously a different video than the first one. I did want to do a more detailed video. However, I originally filmed it talking and explaining, which was just obnoxious and ended up being over an hour. So yeah, you're welcome. This 20-minute fast forward voiceover is going to hopefully do that justice. So with that being said, I do want to apologize that I am not only talking, but you can see my mouth moving, which is to what I am not saying. So let's get into it. So the only thing you've missed me do so far is put on my primer. And for my primer, I do use the M.A.C-prep and Prime Natural Radiance. I do use that in Radiant Pink. That is a super nice formula. It is smooth and moisturizing, and it's not sticky, heavy, greasy, or any of that at all. Once I prime my face, I do start with my eyebrows out of any makeup routine that I do. So what I am doing now is filling in my brows with the Anastasia-brow definer triangular brow pencil in medium brown. I do like to begin with tracing the bottom of my eyebrow and then tracing the top. I then fill it in, not quite from the beginning of my brow, but just past the beginning all the way to the tail of my brow, giving it a full covered look with the pencil. And then in the front, I'll do small singular strokes and then brush out that formula just so that I have sort of that ombre look and it's not just a super dark solid brow. So once I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and conceal it with the Tarte-creasless concealer. I use that in light honey, which is 22H. I'm gonna use a concealer brush and put some of the product onto the brush and then line under my eyebrow. To me, this just gives it a more clean and defined brow look. And usually once you're done concealing your eyebrow, you can tell just how obnoxiously big and dark they were when just drawn on with the brow pencil. So this is my technique. Also, along with this fantastic video, I have a mirror in my ring light. So in this video, I'm gonna get up close and personal quite a bit. However, it is only for the simple fact that I'm trying to do my makeup in a hand mirror, which is in my ring light, and also talk and face the camera. So the whole little setup I have is not perfect or, foolproof, but I'm gonna get there. And so far, it worked pretty well, but yeah. Again, I apologize. You guys are like all up and in my face. So that is what my brow looks like once it's all shaded in and concealed. I do bring the concealer all the way down my entire eyelid so that when I go in next with my shadows, I'm not just going on bare skin, since I do not do foundation next. What I'm doing here is putting on some Lock-It setting powder from Kat Von D collection in translucent, just so I don't get any creases from the concealer being on my eyelid. I am going to seal my eyebrow now with the Anastasia-brow gel. I use that in clear. You just brush it on just like you brush your eyebrow with the spoolie brush on the end of the eyebrow pencil. So super simple and quick. Now as you see, I have both of my eyebrows done. Ooh, magic! And I'm just gonna clip those hairs back so they're not in my face. I absolutely hate when people do their makeup with their hair down, but now that I've done a makeup video, when my hair is pulled back in a bun, I look like a bald troll. So yeah, that was not happening. Anyways, back to what we're here for. I have these really cool little eyeshadow catchers that I got from Amazon for like $4 for like a 200 count. And although they are nice and convenient for not only giving you a very clean crease and winged liner, but they do also catch all the fallout from the eyeshadow. They are super big and obnoxious. That's why I kind of folded and cut and altered them a little bit, but yeah. So what I'm doing here is just putting a base color all over my lid, which I get from the Kylie bronze palette. I'm using color Topaz, which is just a very pale cream, again covering it from eyebrow to lash line. Once I'm done with that, in the crease, just to define the crease of my eye, go in with the same palette, using Jasper, which is a very nice medium brown. It's a really good buildable color, so it's light, but you can make it much darker if you wanted to. I kind of use it sort of like an eye contour. I almost always put it on before any color choice, color palette, or eye look. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. And once I have both eyes pretty symmetrical, I am still contemplating at this point what colors I was going to do. So again, not really sure what I'm talking about here, but okay. So with my next palette, which is the Morphe 35M, or as they call it, Boss Mood, I'm showing you all the pretty colors in the palette. And this is when I essentially choose the maroons that I'll be using. Any color choice that I like to do on an eye, I want to make sure that I have at least 2 to 3 different shades of the color family that I'm going with, just to really blend and build the eye the way that I like to do my eyeshadow. So what I did choose to do in the maroon is I believe a total of 3 maroons, and then I use a black to really smoke it out. The color I'm putting on right now is Candy Crush, and that I'm putting in the crease and above on the lid, just to really bring out which color I want to show off in my eye look. So when I again am picking 2 to 3 different colors in a shade, I do want to go with the lightest or brightest first to cover the eyelid, just to really let whatever color I'm choosing to stand out. So if I'm going to do blues or greens, browns, golds, I'm always going to put the brightest, most standout color at the top. From here, we're just going to build down, really define our crease, and then take it down to what essentially is going to be a smoky eye. So with that being said, I'm going to go into Sweet Beets, and that is a bright yet much darker maroon color. So as you can see, as I apply it into my crease, you can see the 2 defining colors. The first one was a very light, bright. The one that we're going in with now is a dark yet very, oh, what word am I looking for? Pigmented. It is a very pigmented color. By the way, all these colors I'm using, I swirled without tapping. I didn't have to really dig into the pan. This palette is really awesome for showing up the colors. So moving along, the next color that I'm going to use a little bit lower and as well in my crease again is going to be FOTD. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't really know what that stands for. I'm not sure if I'm having a brain fart or what. But yeah, FOTD is the third and final maroon color that we're gonna use. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit lower than the crease and actually bring it onto my lid. So as you can see from a faraway view, the gradual, color tones that's coming from those blend it out very, very well to give you that nice transition. So moving on from a blending brush, I'm going to use a flat brush, and I'm going to go into the color Black Magic, and I'm applying it right onto my lid, bringing it up slightly into the crease, and then taking a blending brush and just bringing it up a little bit onto the lid again, just so that there's no really defined lines, but yet everything is smooth and delicious looking and transitioning oh so well. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep blending and buffing out that black. Again, not taking it completely to the top, but blending it just well enough so everything transitions nicely. From here, I do know it looks like it's hard to tell what your eye is doing with these little shields that I have on, but just trust the process. You look good, babe. All right, and then from all of these beautiful colors, I'm gonna go back with the concealer brush that I fixed my eyebrows with. I'm not gonna add any more product because it's gonna have enough on from when I used it earlier. I'm not really doing a defined cut crease look, so again, a little bit of concealer is just what I need, pretty much to just clear up space on that eyelid so that when I do add the next color, it's going to stand out. The shimmer, the color, it's not going to be, you know, muted by going over a dark maroon color. The color I'm going in with now is Light of the Party, which is like a champagne, a nude champagne color. It's got a really nice sparkle on it. I'll then just buff out the edges so that there's no, again, harsh lines from the concealer or by adding that color onto my lid. Just with the maroon brush that we used earlier, I'm going to add a little bit of the dark maroon, FOTD, a little bit of the Black Magic, really make sure everything is blended very nicely and together. Now with my finger, I'm just going to go in with Bossy AF, which is a glittery shadow. It's more like a metallic, it's not really like chunky or heavy glitter. But what I'm going to do is just put a small smear between Black Magic and Light of the Party, just to give it a little pop. It's not anything that's dramatic or, you know, crazy, but it's going to give it that little something. And now we're going to move on to eyeliner. And with my, I'm more than likely saying this wrong. Maybe I'm not. Who knows? Ciate eyeliner. Don't kill me if I said that wrong, literally. I'm just going to follow the little iPad that I have on and make a small thin wing and then bring down all the way to the front of my eye. Again, sorry about these on top of my face shots. We'll do better. We'll do better. Anyways, I'm going to do this liner, you know, not too thick, not too dramatic, just, you know, a nice little cat eye. And then we're gonna say a little prayer, and hopefully when I take these pads off, I had them stuck to my face all the way and I don't have a bunch of lines to clean up, because everyone knows how obnoxious that is. I used to use just like tape, and at some point it just got more and more harder to use tape because I felt like the lines were never straight and felt like you're ripping off your skin. So yeah, anyways, oh, not bad. So as you can see, if you don't have it up high enough, or if you're not paying attention to how you're blending out your eyeshadow, you're gonna have a little bit of a drag once you take this little eye pad off, but the eyeliner was pretty good. That eye that I did take off first, I did move that sticker quite a bit. So the fact that I only had one little oopsie to fix, this is some good product over here. Best $4 Amazon ever. So yeah, again, with the same concealer brush, because apparently that thing holds like no other. I just cleaned up the eyeliner a little bit, make sure it was nice and straight and even. And now I'm just gonna take one of these old school lash curlers and just hold for about 10 seconds to curl my natural lash, only so that when I do put on my false lashes, my lashes curl and act accordingly. I put a few coats of the Sephora-lashcraft Big Volume, just again to define my lashes, make sure they're going up in the right direction so that when I put on these beautiful lashes, everything meshes well. So what I'm going to use is just the Duo Striplash Adhesive Dark Tone Glue. I'm going to apply that to my creme lashes that I got on my, that I got in my Onfleekbox, which is a monthly subscription that you can get for a pair of lashes for a monthly fee. These lashes are super durable, super easy to wear, super easy to put on, and absolutely gorgeous. So with just a plain pair of tweezers, I blow and make sure the glue gets tacky before I apply it to my lid, just to assure that it is going to stay. Once I put the lashes on both of my eyes, I do with a few more coats of mascara, make sure that the lashes are blended in with the false. Now going into my face, I am going to put on, again with my professional finger, the Maybelline-fit Me Matte and Poreless in shade 125 or Nude Beige. I do apply my foundation with a beauty blender, and instead of wetting my beauty blender, I actually use Farsali Unicorn Essence, just a drop or two on the top of the blender brush, and blend it out. Once my face is completely blended out with foundation, I go back in with the same concealer that I used on my eyebrows, which is the Tarte-creaseless concealer in Light Honey. I'm going to apply under my eye, on top of my nose, around my nose, and below my bottom lip. I then blend it out with the smaller side of the beauty blender without any product or getting it wet again, just a preference. Once I have my concealer all nice and blended, we're going to, of course, lock it in with Kat Von D Lock It Translucent Setting Powder. I usually let that sit on for like 4 to 5 minutes, depending on how impatient I am for the day. I'll then use an oval brush to brush off the excess. And then I will be ready to go in with my contour. For contouring, I'm going to use, again, Maybelline-fit Me. I'm just going to use the foundation stick, though. I actually use it in a darker tone. This is 355 color Coconut. And at the top of my cheekbones, down both sides of my nose, and on small areas of my forehead, I'm going to apply that and then buff it out with a flat brush. Again, the cream-based foundation stick blends really well for me. I have pretty dry skin, so it's just a routine and formula that I've come to know and love. So as you can see, I got that all buffed out. What I go in with next is my Hoola, I don't know why I always say this wrong, Hoola Benefit Bronzer. Just with the little brush that they give you, I'm going to apply it to all the areas that I put the contour. Some spots are going to look more harsh, so I'll go back in with my beauty blender with the remaining foundation on it and kind of blend everything out nicely. Then I'm going to go in with my Nars-bumpy Ride Blush, which is a super pretty light pink color, and it's got a little bit of a shine in it. It's not like super shine like highlighter, but it's super pretty. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to do the bottom of my eyes so that they match the top of my eyes. So with Candy Crush, I will put it on the inner bottom lash line to mimic the color again that's on top of my eye. And then with Black Magic, I will do the outer lash line. I'm just smoking it out slightly, and the way that I do this, I usually don't use eyeliner on the bottom of my eye when I do this. I just prefer the look of the eyeshadow. Again, I had some pretty bad fallout with that go around, so yeah, I'm just cleaning that mess up there. Again, thank God for that concealer brush. Still pulling through strong. So once I have the shadow to mimic and match the top of my eye onto the bottom lash line, I'm just going to go in with now the Tarte mascara, which is Lights Camera Lashes. This has a thinner and smaller brush, so it's a lot more user-friendly for the bottom lashes, because I don't know if you're like me, but half the time I feel like I get more mascara on my face than my actual lashes. So once I go ahead and put a couple coats on there, what I will do lastly before I set my face is going to be my highlighter. My absolute favorite highlighter to use is Becca Cosmetics, and I use that in the color Opal. I'm going to apply it to the top of my cheekbones, down the bridge, and on the tip of my nose. I'm going to put it on my Cupid's bow of my lips and at the peaks of my eyebrows. Again, I like to hit all the areas that your face is shown in photos that really give a good glowy light. I'm going to use a really small tiny brush and put a little bit just in the corner of my eyes, and then I'm going to set my face with 2 setting sprays. The first one is Tarte-stay spray, and it's more of a mist, or what would you call this? Yeah, we're gonna go with mist. A mist spray, and then after that I'm gonna set it with the Jeffree Star Morphe Starberry scent, which is more of an aerosol setting spray, and Jesus Christ does it smell good. I literally want to eat it every time I spray it. All you're missing right now is me lining my lips which is, I don't know the name of the liner because the label actually wore off. I do, however, use the Candy K Matte Kylie Jenner Lip Kit. That lip liner was actually my absolute favorite, and I ran out of it, which is why I used a different liner. But this concludes my look, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope the video was fun and easy to watch. I hope you will subscribe and like and comment and continue to support me. We love you.